too bad we couldn't do Korn and Kock live at the Metallica show. You know how many views we would not have gotten?
We would have not gotten.
Because can you imagine? Hey, we're live at the Metallica show. Okay, not gonna watch that. It's gonna sound like shit.
We're live streaming it, and we're getting like 30 frames a second. It like 240p. Everything sounds like it's like running through a wet cloth, like all the audio. And plus you can't see anything, and there's this fat guy standing in front of us waving his arms up in the air so you can't even see the stage.
Every once in a while you see James's hair on the big screen.
And then you just sometimes hear "Eh!" and then that's it. We started the episode. Welcome to the Korn and Kock podcast.
I don't know,
he's famous post major leaguer Kock, and I'm famous cartoonin Korn.
And we're back. The last day of September of 2017.
It's Korn and Porn.
Korn and Porn. I want to give a big shout out to the album Shogun by Trivium. It came out 9 years ago today. There we go. To get that out of the way. And this is the first time that we've recorded together since the 12th.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
Oh, man.
It's fucked up, man. I explained it in the... You saw the Korn and Korn thing, right?
I saw that.
Did you watch like the first few minutes of it?
I listened like the first 30 seconds, but I was going to sleep. But I was like, oh shit, I've got to listen to this.
Well, the only reason I did it is because, like, I don't know, we didn't have enough of the lost episode to really constitute a full episode.
I got you.
And I was just like... And if you listen to the video, I said, like, if you ever want to do your own thing, you're more than welcome to. You just got to send me the MP3, and then I can edit it.
Maybe sometime in the future, but...
I only did that because I was like, well... Fuck, I'm not going another week without posting something.
Now, are we going to do like what they do on Sports Talk Radio, where if both of us can't make it, we'll have two other guys come in here? So it'll be the Korn and Kock podcast, but with two completely different guys. Like, we'll get Ben and Russell to fill in.
I'd be okay. Like, I'd be cool with that. You know what I wouldn't be cool with?
What?
Letting them handle my audio equipment.
No, they won't do that.
Handle our audio equipment, because that's, like, this shit is expensive.
All you have to do... is just show him how to turn it on and turn off, and that's pretty much
and then Russell's going to go on my computer and order pizzas.
Oh, he's going to order?
During the podcast, and then he's going to have the pizza guy come in.
All the pizzas in the... No, he's going to have him knock on the window, and then Russell's going to be like, hold on, I got to go take that, and then leave for 5 minutes.
And then he's going to be like, Ben, pause it, and Ben's going to be like, oh, I don't know how, man. I love you, Ben. I love you, Russell.
I don't know how, man.
I don't know how, man.
It's funny. It's funny. Well...
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Oh no, we weren't doing any technical difficulties. I just had to turn the gain down a little bit because I don't know, I messed with the settings because I've been doing voice chats with my friends recently.
No, I got
and
you,
like,
man.
You know what's awesome?
What?
You know what's awesome?
What's awesome?
Awesome.
Awesome.
My little brother going on Discord and chatting with like 8 of his friends, playing a game that requires an online connection where he's playing with like 12 other people, and watching a live stream on Twitch all at the same time, effectively hogging all the bandwidth so that when I talk to my friends online, which is like once a month, fucking I can't do it because the connection's so shit. And then I ask him to, you know, turn it off, and he gives me shit. That's nice.
What can he possibly say?
He's like, and then
and
he farts.
I mean, yeah, I do the same thing.
Why'd you rip off a piece of paper towel?
So I can put my gum in it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna wipe your ass.
Why would
Because
I
you kind of like
my
sat
ass?
up for a second.
Why the fuck would I wipe my ass?
I don't know. Maybe you have swamp ass. I'm not judging.
No, you judge.
I don't judge.
You judge a little bit.
No.
No, you'd be like, look, I'm still your friend, but what the hell, man?
Oh, that one.
I don't know, man. I don't know how to, man. Sorry, Ben.
I'm not sorry. It's fucking funny.
I'm sorry, but I still think it's funny.
Shit. If anything happens, I can just, you know...
Censor it out. Just beep
No,
it.
not censor it out. I mean, like, if the audio peaks too much, I can always just turn the volume down.
Yeah, I got you.
Because that's, like, the only problem. But I think we're good. It's not too bad. Alright, we gotta stop being so meta.
Meta?
Like, talking about the podcast on the podcast.
Oh, it's like we're breaking the fourth wall.
It's not breaking the fourth... Well, there's breaking the fourth wall, like in a
there's this
cheeky
shit.
way, and then there's just like talking about nothing but the fourth wall.
I don't
Okay.
mind it.
So, what are you gonna do for your wedding?
Uh,
When you finally get married
my
one day,
wedding?
what are you gonna do for your wedding? What music you gonna play? Where are you going? Where's the ceremony gonna be held? Where's the after party?
Well,
Who's gonna be at the after party?
Hold on. Everyone knows like the wife runs like 95% of the wedding. Really the only thing the guy does is invite his friends.
Here's the thing.
What?
We're turning this franchise around.
We're gonna reboot this universe.
Fucking damn it! I'll be right back.
So we got the cock segment of this thing. Anyways, it's been a week since me and Alex have hung out. The living situation's a little different. I'm in Phoenix on the weekends, and Monday through Friday I'm up north, living with my other family and stuff. I'm working with my uncle. He has his own air conditioning business. I work with him, so I've had to flip my whole sleep schedule around, and it's not very fun or easy to do.
What?
Still working on it.
Jerking off at work?
I'm done. Well, I can't really do that now. But no, I was explaining my living situation, how I'm up there on the weekends.
Up
no,
there
no.
on the weekends,
No,
and
no,
you're.
I'm down here on the weekends, and I'm up there during the weekend.
Are you okay? Did you swallow your gum?
No, I had to like burp, and it kind of like didn't come out all the way. But yeah, weddings. I don't know, man. First of all, it's hard to imagine me getting married because I have little to no. Women show little to no interest in me right now.
Okay, let's just completely forget about that because let's be.
That's the biggest thing. It's that you want to get married, you need to find a woman.
Well, yeah,
I can't find a woman.
Let's just say under the ideal circumstances, you find a woman and you're getting married.
All right.
What do you do? And for all intents and purposes, she has very little bearing on what you want to do at the wedding.
I mean,
There you go.
I'd invite all you guys. I got to get the crew in there.
Okay.
But really, I mean, I'm not like in control of like the music and everything. I feel like I gotta hire a DJ. Like I'd hire you to be the DJ, and then
I'd be
I'm
the worst
kind of
DJ.
no. You just play "She's Like Heroin" or
No, I
"Mama
wouldn't.
Said" or
Where the Wild Things Are.
well, I like that song.
I like it too.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I could make like a little requirement, just like everyone has to wear a band shirt underneath their tuxedo.
And at the same time, they all have to disrobe like Superman.
And anyone who has the same band or same album or band T-shirt
Has to beat the shit out of each other.
whoever kills the other person wins. But I don't know. I've thought about it before. I'd like to have like a wedding, not like a big one, but I don't want to like go and get a paper signed and all right, there it is. Let's go home and have sex and call it a night. I don't really want to do that. I want to plan it out. You know, pay a little money, and by little I mean a shit ton. And you know, because like I said, 95% of weddings, the woman is in charge of. We just kind of show up, get married, fuck, and then call it a night.
I just want a lot of pyrotechnics at my wedding.
Does the Metallica show have anything to do with that?
I mean,
Like Moth into Flame with all the fire on the stage?
poor Lars. He must have been cooked alive. Just all behind him is just a wall of flame
I don't know.
most of the time, and we could feel it from where we were standing,
I don't know. You can, dude. I've been at shows where I was in the very back.
and you can still feel it.
Hard too. Like you can feel it. Like it's right there. They're on stage, so they can feel it even better or closer than you can.
They're wearing, spoiler alert, they're wearing flame retardant gel.
But other than that, I might ask to play a couple of choice cuts at my wedding. So I play like YYZ by Rush, maybe Master. No, I don't want to play Master Puppets. That might seem a little weird at a wedding. Hey guys, I got married. Master. You know, I don't want to do that.
Well, are you a dom or a sub?
I'm both. You switch off.
Well-
What day is it?
All right, fair enough.
But
I'll end that line of questioning.
I guess a better question is if I had to choose where to get married.
Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't even think.
Well, that's obvious. Chase Field, Diamondbacks.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you shitting me?
I do that.
Fucking in the middle of Chase Field, it's like, oh, the Diamondbacks are gonna play their game today, but before that, we have a special little ceremony, and then they just fucking wheel out this like makeshift like little gazebo and like chairs, and we all run out.
We all run out and sit down.
Yeah.
We have to wrap it up in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, they're doing like the pregame warm up while the thing is going on.
They're throwing balls over the
Yeah, and they accidentally like hit you, bean you in the side of the head while you're
It's like do you
while you're reciting your vows.
do you Stone Allen Cockler take this one? Hey, what the fuck, man? Yes. Yes, I do take this one. What was the question? I would love for that to happen.
I'm sorry, what letter of the alphabet is purple? And then you just fall over.
What letter of the alphabet? Oh, boy. Okay, let's pretend for 2 seconds.
2.5 seconds.
Let's pretend Chase Field doesn't happen. That's where the Diamondbacks play. Or as older fans out there, the Bob.
The Bob.
Because it used to be called Bank One Ballpark, so they call it Bob.
Okay.
So let's pretend Bob doesn't happen. I would be content with getting married on a beach in Carlsbad, California. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, not just that, because I've always gone to Carlsbad.
Colorado.
It's so
I thought you were gonna say Colorado.
Colorado. Coral.
Coral, stay in the house, Coral.
Oh, I like Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Irvine, California. That's where I saw Rush for the first time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And it's on like it's like an outdoor venue, so it's on like a mountainside.
Oh fuck yeah!
So that'd be pretty cool. And there's where to get married. What else is involved in a wedding? I feel like there's one. Oh, a bachelor. No, I'm not even in charge of the bachelor party. I'd probably put you.
I have no idea. I have no idea how weddings work. No one ever explained it to me, and I never looked it up. So all I know is that there's like a ceremony, and then you go on a honeymoon, and you fuck and that, and then like you do all the paperwork afterwards.
Can you imagine the bachelor party for us? We're just gonna drive to Dutch Bros and yell at people, and then that's it.
Oh shit!
We're
gonna hire a limo driver. We're all gonna be all gonna be dressed up all nice, and then we're just gonna yell "fuck it!" just out the window.
We're gonna go to the Dutch Bros drive,
and then the guy who's driving, he's like, "You know what? I quit," and he just walks out, and we just take the limo.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll drive. No, we have to like buy a minivan that beeps. So we can relive the glory days of going to Dutch Bros.
No, we need to rig a limo with the beep beep so we can go in backwards. That'd be.
I want that to be my bachelor party.
I want that to be your bachelor party too.
I'm either gonna put you or Ben in charge of the bachelor party, or just put all 5 of you guys.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is the best idea you've ever had.
All right. Well, what about let's talk about your wedding.
My wedding?
Yeah.
First of all, I want it to be, outside on a rainy day. I really like rainy days.
So Seattle.
Sure.
I mean, that's the only place you're gonna get it.
Dude.
Or New York.
I don't know where I saw it. I forget where. But I saw these people getting married on the side of the road. Literally, just like on this little tiny orchard, like on the side next to this busy freeway, and I was just like, "This is perfect. It's very romantic." And I think it was like a fail army like wedding fails video. And there was this one where this like this really skinny guy and this fat tumbler whale were getting married, and like halfway through the vows, she pulled out her phone from inside her boobs and she started like texting or something.
What the hell?
Like,
I mean, I'd probably get on my phone and Snapchat at my wedding.
Yeah, your wedding is fine, but during your vows, you fucking pay attention to your vows. Then afterwards, you take the selfie. But like, come on, man.
You shouldn't even have your phone on you when you're literally.
Well, maybe, but like, have it off. Like, just turn it off completely.
Like, what? Your family should be there, so you can't be like, oh, what if my mom calls me? She's sitting out in the crowd. What?
Oh, I got a job interview with Dickbag Media. Sorry, gotta take this.
Dickbag Media. Well, okay, where would you, well, I know you said outside, but if you had to like pick an area or something.
Like a specific area that like town.
Yeah, because you like outside.
I'd probably do it like where I grew up in New York. in Carmel. Because there's a lot of forests and grassland and stuff.
Ah, so like an outdoor foresty wedding.
Oh. Oh. And then I'd have a reason to visit my old house and beat the shit out of the current owners and just steal all their liquor. They completely, speaking of that, they completely butchered. Like, we had like a small little house. And like it wasn't small, it was actually a pretty big house, but the land was even bigger, and it had like this long winding driveway, and there was like this apple orchard. It was so nice. When we moved away, they turned that fucking apple orchard into a guest house / like Olympic swimming pool.
Oh, fuck them.
It was like they demolished the entire house and rebuilt it, and we were like, all right, just, you know, my childhood memories just right down the drain. But anyways, you were saying, I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, I gotta be the DJ at your wedding.
Of course. And me at yours.
Wait,
that's gonna happen.
Hold on, I want to play the people listening. This is gonna be the opening.
The cold open.
This is gonna be the opening song at.
Let us celebrate two lovers, wed underneath God's fucking eye, or whatever the hell you're supposed to say.
This is the opening song I'm gonna be playing for Alex and his soon-to-be
betrothed.
Wife.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's gonna be fun to listen to.
I hope it doesn't just completely fuck the audio.
Well,
that's Seizure and Desist by Dead Cross.
That's gonna be the first song, opening song I'm gonna play at the after party.
No, it's like the, cause isn't it like everybody gets together and then there's the ceremony, and like the wedding ceremony itself, everyone leaves, and then they go to this completely different place. Like they just drive around the block and then come back.
Driving
to like a building across the parking lot, and then they go in, and that's where the party takes place. Look, man.
So do we have to do this, really?
I'm very ignorant about marriage and shit. But like that's like the lovey-dovey part about it. Then after you go on your honeymoon and she suck on your ween,
you come back and you get the bill.
You come back, you get the bill. You have to start paying the mortgage on your house. She's like, I think we should have a child and like 18 dogs and 12 cats and live on a fucking ranch where she can be closer to her mom. And it's just like, all right.
And at this point, you've only gotten 2 blowjobs. Only 2.
2 marital blowjobs.
Yeah, 2 marital blowjobs.
Or maybe just in general. Who knows?
One started in the kitchen, and then the other finished outside. And you're already talking about having kids and moving on the ranch with Grandpa Fuck over there.
Grandpa Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So there's DJ.
Who? If you could have a musical guest, like if you had enough money to pay for like any musical guest to come at your wedding. Not like come at your wedding. I mean like show up at your wedding.
I would,
or maybe they would come if you paid them enough.
I would totally ask Rush to. I'd message Getty, Alex, and Neil and be like, please play at my wedding. And if they can't, I'll just go down the list of my favorite.
Here's
bands.
$3,000 each. A pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks and a gumball. Please come.
And a firm handshake. No, I would. That I want Rush. You know, I can name all my bands, but if I had to like choose, I think either Primus, Rush, or ZZ Top would be the funnest to have at my funeral, or not funeral, at my wedding.
At your funeral?
At my funeral, I'm gonna
just
ZZ Top.
You're being lowered into your grave when all of a sudden it's just Chili's on smack, and she won't be coming back.
Yeah, like I'm.
No, she won't be coming back for the holidays.
As I'm being lowered down to my funeral, you just hear how how how. No thanks.
Or you just hear, my name is Mud. Here lies Stone Cockler. He was a wonderful man in life, and we will honor him always. My name is Mud.
My Muddy's name.
Name Mud is my...
Mud is my...
Yeah, just completely word...
Who would you want at your... Well, you gotta... Can I guess?
Sure.
System.
Okay, well now you put the idea in my head, and that'd be pretty dope.
It's like, Hey, let's celebrate Alex and his wife getting married. The kombucha, mushroom people. All the crowd starts jumping up and down.
He's like, I want to see a circle pit right there.
It's like heroin.
Oh yeah, it would be the first time they ever play it live as a band together.
It has as a band, but Darren's played it live.
I know Darren's played it live, but Darren's a fat faggot. No. You know what would be cooler? I think having a comedian come and do stand up at your wedding.
Jerry Seinfeld.
You fuck.
What's the deal with weddings?
What's the deal with weddings? I mean, you go there, you eat food, and you go home. I mean, what's the deal with that? And someone, like, shoots him on his way home.
If I had to guess what comedian you choose, I know he's dead, but I think you would choose George Carlin to be at your funeral.
Well, I was going to say Bill Burr or Louis C.K.
You choose Bill Burr or George Carlin?
Well, George Carlin's dead!
I say, okay, George Carlin's alive.
Of course he's dead.
Another Dead Cross shout out.
Dude, Mike Patton, he's the man. But of course I'd want George Carlin if he wasn't in a fucking hole in the ground decomposing,
screaming up at us.
He's like, "Hey!"
Let's see if you get that reference.
It's like, "Hey, let me out."
Hey, Lamau, let me out.
Lamau. Oh, you know who I want? I want a fucking hologram of the pig from goddamn Back at the Barnyard.
You have to put a picture of viewer mail right before this segment kicks in.
Okay.
The fucking the pig from Back at the Barnyard.
You fucking love the pig from Back at the Barnyard.
I hate that.
Oh, you know what's the funniest viewer mail thing?
What?
Is you know that video of the guy standing there in New York on 9/11? He's like looking up at one of the towers just before a plane crashes into it.
I don't think so.
Well, so the plane is just like flying. It's about to hit the tower, like.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it goes. It's like, hi folks, viewer mail here again. This one's from Sally in Kentucky or whatever the fuck, New Nantucket or whatever. And he's like, aren't you cutting it at the most suspenseful part of the video? Yes I am. Have a good day. What up? That's the end of the video.
Oh my god, I can see it.
It's okay. I can make 9/11 jokes. I lived in New York during 9/11.
I was in Phoenix. I was actually in the house where I was staying. I'm staying right now. Well, let's talk about Cosmic Gem. Let me give a shout out to him. It was Black Rain by Soundgarden.
Oh yeah, he wanted you to do that drum cover. Yeah, I just woke up one day and he like posted one of your drum cover. Well, it was your Orion drum cover in the thing. Yeah. In the Mega Man chat, and I was like, "Cock!"
Hey, that's pretty cool.
And I go like, I wish I was recording that. It's my favorite Metallica song. And then some guy, well, not some guy. His name's Peg.
Peg, big shout out, you Peg.
I don't know if he's watching.
Oh, well,
he should.
Big shout out.
Big shout out. Yeah, he's like, is that Cock? And I'm like, fuck yeah. He's like, oh, he's not purple. I'm disappointed. And I'm like, oh.
I do have some purple shirts.
And then he's like, are you in any of his videos? And I was like, there's one drum cover I did.
Well, you've also filmed a couple, but
I filmed two.
So he's been a guest director on a couple videos.
I have. And then there was the one that I actually participated in. The only one I will ever participate in because it was easy as fuck.
No, you'll do, what is it? You did 201, so you do 301.
Alright, but it has to be something really simple. Even a nincompoop like me can do.
Probably another System song.
Fair enough.
Like, well, if it weren't for the beginning part, you could probably do Chicken Stew.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I actually don't know Black Rain by Soundgarden. There are a couple early Soundgarden albums I haven't listened to, and I think Black Rain is on one of those two. So I have to listen to it, but yeah, I can totally do it. Although Soundgarden is really weird with the drums. They're a lot of fun to play, so... Big shout out to Cosmic Gem.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the Orion thing didn't work out.
No, it's cool.
But
I'm not that you know.
You're done crying about it?
I only cried for 20 minutes.
I'll have you know, I watched Kock's cover of Orion.
And I only cried for 40 minutes. Huh. Wow.
40 minutes.
No, but and so what was really funny is I shared that drum cover, like the 36, and they fucking and Cosmic Gem took a picture of my face when I was like live. So unnecessary. He cut it up. It's me like going like, you know, like the face.
If you
and he made it, and he made it an emoji in the fucking chat.
Dude, let me see it, because there's a picture of Lars where he makes a face like you just did. So if you put Lars's face and your face together,
I'll put up a screen cap of my face, and you can send me the picture of Lars, and I'll put them side by side. Look, there they are. Identical.
But yeah, that's fun, and
it was hilarious.
I like the Orion. I think that's one of the better Metallica covers. And also, I learned that thing and filmed it and everything in one day.
Pretty good.
And that song is easy. It's just all those little random bullshit Lars Ulrich fills in the middle that I had to figure out. But I finally did it somehow. I call them bullshit because they make sense, but he doesn't repeat them, so it's like, fucking why?
Fucking clams!
Actually, that video almost wasn't uploaded. My dad said YouTube wasn't working, so I was actually like, okay, I guess.
Oh, did he try to upload it for you?
Well, that's how it does.
That's how it do.
That's how it do. I film on Saturdays and edit them, so when I leave, the video's already done. So all my dad has to do is just upload it, and that's fine.
You're putting a lot of response. Oh, is that why none of them have any of the? It just says like the song title, and then in the description it says the same song title.
Yeah, because
until you come back to edit it later.
Yeah, because my dad's like, "Don't you write a bunch of stuff?" I'm like, "I'll do that. We're gonna be here for 40 minutes." Because when you're on the phone and you're like, "Okay, type in this is Orion." Hold on. Okay, what? By Metallica. Okay, hold on.
Your dad is a trooper.
Well, I think that's
I salute him.
That's a big shout out to my dad. I think that's anybody talking to their parent on the phone. If you have to repeat something to them and they have to write it down.
Oh yeah, it's just like slow down, and you're going as slow as possible.
Slow down. I said one word.
All right, Ston. So, it's time
for what?
Your review of the Scheme. Not the Scheme.
The Scheme.
I keep saying the Scheme because that's the only song that I like remembered. No, the Desaturating 7 by Primus came out.
All right.
Whenever, like 2, 3, 1 day ago.
Yeah, yesterday. Desaturating 7. The Desaturating 7. Well, okay, so there's 7 songs on the album, and it's based on a kid's book called The Rainbow Goblins.
Really?
It's about goblins.
Wait, it was an actual kid's book?
Yeah, in like 1978.
Did they use artwork from the kid's book?
Yeah, they put it in. I have the CD on the car. When we're done, I'll bring it in. You can look at it.
That's actually really cool. I thought they had it like custom done, but
well, I'd have to look at the book and everything, but it's a concept album, so the whole album tells a story and all the songs are connected. The story is about these 7 goblins, and they're all named after a color on the rainbow. So
colors of the rainbow. Yeah. Color on the rainbow.
Did I say color on the rainbow?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm tired. Yeah, so it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and they steal colors from the rainbow and they drink them, and then that's it. They just walk around, look for rainbows, and drink them, and suck the color out of the rainbow. So the story's good. The music is, like I said, it sounds more like a Tool album.
Uh-huh.
And what I mean by that is, it's just 2 minutes of a bass holding those same 3 notes.
Yeah.
And then the guitar comes in and goes.
Oh yeah, it's just like a really tiny little.
Yeah, and the drums are like this. And then a minute goes by, then you hear it, and then that's it. But then there are some songs like The Scheme where it's like typical Primus, so it's only 34 minutes long, so I'm upset that it's really short because God knows when the next Primus album is going to come out. But I like it. I love The Scheme. The Scheme is awesome. I like the 7. Remember when you messaged me about the Trek?
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck the Trek.
I listened to it at my dad's house. I was like really bored. We stopped at home after we got dinner and we were going to go see Kingsman. Mm-hmm. And and I was just like, oh, they released more songs? So I was just curious. So I listened to the Trek and I was like, this is bullshit. Like, the whole song sounds exactly the same the entire way through.
Yeah, you got to listen to the whole album. In fact, we can even listen to it. It's only 34 minutes long.
I'm down.
Well, we have to come in here, play. You have to turn off all the lights and just close your eyes and just get lost in it. It's pretty cool. Oh, if you smoke weed before you listen to this, you'd probably die.
I'd listen to The Scheme while
That was the
toasted.
scheme.
While toasted.
No, but that's a scheme. There are other songs. The Dream. If you smoke weed, listen to The Dream on this album, you will actually might die.
You know what fucked me up?
What?
When are you done with your review, or you still got some more things to say? Because I kind of want to say something on the whole listening to songs high thing. But if you're not done, then I want to let you finish.
Well, that's pretty much it. Basically, I like the story. The music's good. The production was good. I wish it was longer. I wish some of the songs were trimmed a little bit. Maybe cut a couple parts out. And well, also I just
shorter.
What?
Make it even shorter.
Well, just a couple songs.
Make it like 23 minutes long.
Well, I mean, like, I wish that some of the 7-minute songs could be cut down.
Yeah.
And just maybe add, 10 songs, 12 songs. They don't have to be Dream Theater songs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I read a couple reviews before it. It was basically saying it's good, it's not great. So, with this album, out of 5, I give it a 2.5 for now.
You heard it here. This is Kock's musical rating. 2 out of 5 golden bananas.
2.5 out of 5.
2.5 out of 5 golden bananas.
All right, well,
that's from now on. Whenever you review something, it's gonna be out of golden bananas. So.
2.5 out of 5 golden bananas.
Yeah, future me, make a graphic out of this.
Golden bananas, you say? Is that from Mario Party? Is that a Mario Party reference?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. All right, well. Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say about listening to songs high.
Well, okay, so you freaking Stone is my DJ whenever I hit that blunt, fam, and
like I'm his guardian cock, but I'm more DJ cock.
Well,
Guardian.
he used to be. I used to take, and I'm like, dude, I can't like deal, and he'd like drive me around. He'll just put on bullshit songs. Like Der Golem by Fantomas.
Well, except that one time when I was driving you and it was raining and I couldn't see out the windshield.
Oh my god.
That was the only time.
We were in the desert burning stuff, and then like all of a sudden we were just like toasted, except for Stone. Stone was sober. Yeah. And it just got it like started raining really hard. Just out of nowhere, and we were just like, fuck it, we gotta go home. And not only that, it was really cold, so the inside of the car was fogging up. Plus, it was raining, so Stone was like, I'm not sure I can see the road properly.
No, I said I can't see the road.
Yeah, it was like, I can't see the road. And I'm like, oh, that's real assuring as I'm sitting there in the passenger seat. But we made it home. We were fine. And Stone made it home fine, so we're good. But, god damn it, Feezy. What was I going to say? I was going to say, when you freaking made me listen to Sky Blue by Peter Gabriel, I was like...
I didn't make you listen.
Well,
I messaged you.
You messaged me and you're like, do it. And I was like, I gotta do it.
Do it.
And then I And then I listened to it. Shit's beautiful, man. But not. It took 10 years. It took 10 years for him to fucking write that song beautiful.
Yeah, because one night, I got him. I think it was a week ago.
It was less than a week ago.
I remember. I remember I was in Phoenix when you were messaging me, and I was giving you a bunch of songs.
Where were you?
I think I was at my house, just laying in bed. But I got a message from Alex or Korn, and he goes,
"You can call me out. It doesn't fucking matter."
Well, it's a Korn and Kock podcast, man.
Well, yeah. Well, you called yourself Stone when you were talking about the wedding. Stone.
Well, he messages me, and he's like, "Dude, I'm blazed. Give me some songs to listen to." And I was like, here you go. I already had a playlist in my head ready to go. And I was like...
He started off with another Peter Gabriel song. What was it? It was your favorite one.
Intruder?
No, not Intruder.
What was it? Rhythm of the Heat.
Rhythm of the Heat, yes.
Yeah, the Rhythm of the Heat, which... Honestly, I think the live version's better, but the studio version's pretty good. And what was after that? Main Monkey Business by Rush?
No, I think next was... Jilly's on Smack.
Well, you know what? If I go on our message... in our conversation.
Yeah, you could just find it. Technology, man. It's the future.
Fucking the picture of Ben Affleck.
The picture of Ben Affleck. Hey, future me, put up the picture of Ben Affleck.
Future me.
Look at how sad he is. That's the picture of a defeated man.
I know, right?
What a sad guy. A sad guy.
What is sad?
The picture of Karl Ratana Nanalewski.
I have to get through all the... Oh, would you like the Cocksucker Rock picture?
Cocksucker Rock.
There is a place in Sedona, Arizona. It's literally called Cocksucker Rock.
You drove to fucking Sedona?
Well, that's where all the service calls are.
So you go from Flagstaff to Sedona?
No, I don't live in Sedona. I live in Rimrock, which is 30 minutes from Flagstaff. Sedona is between Rimrock and Flagstaff. Sedona's right in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. So, but it's still north.
Yeah.
So if I were to drive up there, I'd hit Rimrock and then Sedona and then Flagstaff.
Yeah, well, not yeah. You drive by the exit to Sedona because you have to get off at the exit, drive 15 minutes.
Semantics.
Wait, what the hell? Okay, I think I almost got
What
it.
the fuck?
Come on.
Oh yeah, and the fucking album art.
Oh yeah, I sent him the album cover.
The album cover of
Security by Peter Gabriel.
looks like freaking some kid was cosplaying Batman with a plastic trash bin. Those were my exact words.
All right, so there was that one. It was Rhythm of the Heat, and then
Rhythm of the-
okay, yeah. Then I said, listen to Sky Blue by Peter Gabriel. I read it. It took him 10 years to write, and then he messages back, it's good, but not 10 years to write good. And I said, very true. And then he goes,
It was really good.
but then he's like, maybe 7 at the most.
Yeah. I mean, like, and even that's being kind of generous.
I mean, first time I heard it, I was like, that's not 10 years worth of waiting, maybe 5. So then he's like, what next? And I said, Julie's on Smack by Primus.
Dude, that fucked me up.
And then after that, I said Mystic Rhythms. by
Oh,
Rush.
Mystic Rhythms is amazing.
And then after that, it was the main Monkey Business.
I only listened like halfway through that song, and then I was just like, I'm gonna watch more Game Grumps, and then I passed out.
Yeah, and then that was the playlist. Oh, you see this picture of LD?
That was LD?
Yeah. Look at the little tiny. Look at the little turd.
That's not LD, that's
No, that's LD. That's my dog.
LD.
That was like 2 weeks after she was born.
I thought, that looks more like Cat Dog.
Nope, that's LD.
Oh my god, LD. It's adorable.
Yeah, she used to be adorable. But
What about Yitzy? How's Yitzy doing?
dude, I miss Yitzy when I'm up there. And my dad asked me, he's like, what pet do you miss the most? And I said Yitzy. And he's like, why? Oh, she meows at you every once in a while. And I'm like, yeah, but me and Yitzy can chill and hang out. Cat just wants to start a mosh pit, and LD just wants to pee and poop and lick everything, including my face. And I'm not into that, so yeah, I like my cat. Big shout out to my cat Yitzy Jam.
Oh, biggest, largest, most
Shout out.
colossal shout out.
You know, I've been seeing the number 36 a lot.
So have I.
It's weird.
I was watching a bunch of CinemaSins videos, and 36 is a number they like to throw around as like a,
Almost every time I go on your messenger thing, it says you were active 36 minutes ago.
Uh.
And I'm like, are you sure?
it's a sign.
It is
It's a sign.
Yeah, man. Living up there is weird. You want me to give you like a rundown of work life up there?
Well, you're a call out technician, aren't you?
Basically,
with your ankle.
we show up at my uncle's house in his garage.
Mm-hmm.
We get there at 8, we talk about the day, we make plans, and then I go with his coworker Shane, who's really cool. And then we just drive up to Sedona. Don't even get me started on Sedona. We go to Flagstaff. We just do, we show up to these, a lot of it's old people, and they're like, my air conditioner's blowing warm instead of cold, or it's blowing cold instead of warm. So you go up, you check it, put Freon in it, and then you're like, all right, give me $75. And then you go to the next house. And then you do that until around 4 to 5 o'clock, and then you go back, clock out, and you're done. And you just come back the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Do you work all 5 days you're up there?
yeah, I wanted it to be 4, but then I asked my uncle, I was like, am I working 4 or 5 days? And he's like, I got you 5 days a week. And I'm like, all right. Guess that's the end of that conversation. But, it's good money, and what is it?
Is it better money than pre-flight?
Well, I'm working 5 days instead of 4. So it's including the tips at pre-flight. I make more at pre-flight, but I'm working longer shifts and one extra day up here. So I don't know. Can't be that far off. But fucking
Respectable. Have a nice day.
dude, the people in Sedona piss me the hell off.
And why is that?
Have you ever been to Sedona?
Yeah, a few times. But like only in like the tourist areas.
Sedona everything is tourist. I mean, you want to get to a non-tourist spot, you have to go into these multi-million-dollar house neighborhoods. That's where you get rid of the tourists. I was like I think on Monday, I was standing in the line of McDonald's and it's like 1. I'm
Oh,
tired.
did you go to the one that has the teal arches?
Yeah, the world's only teal McDonald's.
Yeah,
You know-
fuck you. You think Arizona is shit? We have teal arches, bitch.
Dude, you know what the thing is? It literally doesn't taste any different. It's the same McDonald's. It's just a different color. And I've read, Shane told me that McDonald's makes 10 times more than any other McDonald's in the world. You know why?
Because it's unique.
You know, like, show a picture of it because it really throws people through a loop. Here's the picture.
Here's a picture.
Here, people see this McDonald's and like, look, it's all teal. It has to taste different. No, it's like every other shitty McDonald's you've ever been to.
Well, you know, there's like McDonald's all around the world. They serve like different stuff. Like,
Well, people like
in Australia, they have like
hell?
some douchebag outside revving his engine.
Well,
It tastes. They have like lobster burgers and shit. It's like fancy stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. They have something. This teal McDonald's
Doesn't have anything different.
It doesn't have anything. It's like a McDonald's down the street from your house, and people are like, "Oh, it's gotta taste different." And guess what? You go in, and it's like,
Oh,
wow.
it's the full Arizona experience as they're whacking each other off in their tour bus.
No, so if you want me to summarize Sedona, this is it. I'm standing in line at McDonald's, and I'm on my Snapchat just looking, not even paying attention, and I hear this question. I hear, which bread is healthier? And then me and Shane both look up, and in front of me, I see this tall, skinny white bitch with blonde hair, and I'm like, yep, she looks like it. And I look at the cashier, and the cashier, like this 15-year-old girl, leans over to her manager, and she's like, hey, which bread is healthier? And the manager's like, excuse me? She's like, which bread is healthier? And I'm standing in line, and I'm like, I've never thought I'd hear somebody ask, which bread is healthier in a McDonald's? I mean, can you imagine that?
It's McDonald's.
Right?
All of it is processed horse piss condensed into a bun. What do you mean healthier?
Dude, if you want to eat healthy, eating at McDonald's should be the last thing on your mind. And you know what she ends up getting? A fish fillet. She's worried about like healthy bread. She ends up getting a fish fillet.
God fucking damn it. Fish fillet? No. Look, people will say like, don't get the fish fillet, the fish is disgusting. And I'll like, okay, yes, it's not a prime cut fucking tilapia, but I'll eat it. I kind of like the fish fillet. The only problem is it's way too expensive for what it is. And never in my entire life, I've been alive 20 years and I've been going to McDonald's like a lot. And never have I ever seen a fish fillet sandwich where they don't fucking stack the stuff on the sandwich properly. Either the cheese is like on the side of the box, melted on the top half, or the tartar sauce is all in one corner and some of it, like just a little tiny bit, got on the thing. But that's the only sandwich where they fuck it up, like, consistently. Seriously, that's the only sandwich I've ever gotten from McDonald's where they fuck up the positioning of everything on the sandwich consistently. Fuck you, McDonald's. Oh, yeah. We want $15 an hour. Well, you can have these 2 middle fingers for free. How about that?
No, just put a machine in there. I love that meme where it's like, we want 15 an hour, and it shows a machine at McDonald's where you can just place your order on it. But yeah, that's pretty much Sedona summed up in one experience.
I'm so sorry.
On the other thing is when you're driving, you can't go the speed limit. You know why? Because people drive 5 miles an hour and they're taking pictures of everything. So if you need to be if you need to be somewhere in Sedona, you can't. Even if it's 5 minutes away, you got to leave at least 20 minutes early, because there's gonna be tourists walking around. People are gonna drive slow. And the best part is, in front of all this, Cocksucker Rock is right behind it. It's looking out over Sedona.
It's keeping a watchful eye.
I mean, you've seen the picture. It looks like it. You see the rock. I'll send you a picture of it. But you can see the rock, and you see the little person. You look closely. You can see a little thing stick out. That's its dick. and there's supposedly this old lady years ago tried to get a petition for Arizona to blow that rock up. Because she's like, it's inappropriate. These hippie teens, love that place. And it didn't work.
What a fucking bitch.
It didn't work.
Seriously.
So there are these tourists taking pictures, and in the background, there's Cocksucker Rock.
That's fucking funny. But no, seriously, old people need to be... old people like that need to be euthanized.
Old people in Sedona.
Old people in Sedona need to be euthanized because, like, my grandma's old and I love her and she's fine. But I mean, like, people who do stupid shit like, the fucking kids are ruining the country.
Or which bread is
Eat
healthier
my
out of
ass.
McDonald's.
Yeah, that too.
You know what the funny part is? We were in Flagstaff one day, and there was NAU. So I was looking for Zane, but there was no way I was gonna find him.
You know, you probably would have run into Mayor as well.
Probably. Oh, I need to go to Vapor Vortex when I'm up there.
Ooh.
And dude, there are two parts of Flagstaff. There's the hippie Flagstaff.
There's the people who go to NAU.
The hippies. And then there's the old people Flagstaff.
Ugh.
Which is North Flagstaff. So when you're coming up into Flagstaff, when you're first coming in, that's the hippy dippy Flagstaff, where NAU and all the kids are like, hey, I'm going to school, man. What do you want to be? I got no fucking clue, but I'm going to school.
My parents are paying for all 4 years.
My parents are paying for me to get out of the house. And then you go past that, and you get off on the next exit, and there's like a pet depot. That's when you know you're in
Pet
old
Depot.
Flagstaff. When you see the Pet Depot sign, and there's a mall right next to it.
Oh, I just thought of a story.
What?
That I can tell on the Mega Man chat room and or on here. Unless
What?
I've already told it on here.
Which one was it?
The one where I went camping with my little bro and my dad.
Oh yeah,
Flagstaff.
and that one little annoying kid came with.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I totally just... I've been thinking of, like, interesting and fun stories to tell people on the Mega Man chat room.
Tell that one.
And I just remembered that one. That one's funny as fuck.
It's funny as fuck.
No, seriously. I could tell it on here, but that's for story time.
Whose turn is it to tell a story this week?
Remember how I wanted you to tell a fucking story about you losing your virginity, but you were like, nah, it's gonna take too long.
It's gonna take you long.
No, but then you told another story about how you sucked off Geddy Lee 2 times.
2?
Or was that the thing? And then we told the double. I'm losing track of what stories we tell on what episodes and when.
What? But when is Mighty Mike gonna make an appearance on here?
Oh, Mighty Mike. Oh, he's coming to the big screen one of these days.
There's gonna be a big screen adaptation of Mighty Mike.
2021.
2021.
2021. Mighty Mike is making... He's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
You want to talk about one of the... Well, not one of the biggest, but a huge event that just didn't happen? Kony 2012. You remember that?
Have you seen the Psychic Pebbles animation?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Of course I've seen it.
It sums up that whole debacle just with a beautiful little red bow on top. It's hilarious.
I remember that. I was in second period. I think it was world history with Miss Sherry. God, you want to talk about crazy psycho lady from Texas? That's her. But anyways, I just remember watching that, and it was in April. And you remember like the weekend it was supposed to happen? You remember coming to school on Monday, and then you just didn't hear anything about it?
Yeah, we
it
were
was
like, let's do something, and then no one fucking did anything.
And then the teacher, my teacher Sherry, just never said a single word about it because she knew nothing happened. So it's like, why make a big deal about something and then say, oh yeah, this thing we've been talking about for about a month, yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah, surprise pussies. Kony's probably fucking dead.
Dead. He was probably dead before.
He was probably dead before like Kony 2012 was
I bet
a thing.
Kony died in 2010, and they just brought his face back up, and they're like, we need to make some money. Here, get this dead guy's picture.
Yeah, take a picture of him, like prop him up so he looks like he's alive. No, get those maggots out of his eyes. It looks like that's just poor showmanship.
Yeah. That Kony 2012 thing was something else.
Can you agree with me? This is like a purely like our generation thing.
Yeah.
Remember sack tapping?
Sack tapping?
Remember sack tapping?
Do I want to know? I feel like I...
No. Like, it was like a huge thing back when like I was in middle school. I know you're like a year ahead of me. You're like 2 years ahead. I don't even know.
Man, what is that?
It's like douchebag kids would like go up to their friends and just literally just whack them in the dick with the backside of their hand.
Wow, that's kind of gay.
And it was just called like, and they'd go like sack tap, and then they'd be writhing on the ground. It's like, man, you should have been prepared. It's like, oh, okay.
Why don't you just kick someone in the balls and say you should have been prepared.
Yeah, why don't you just pull out a Glock 19, shoot them in the shoulder, just destroy one of their tendons? Oh yeah, you should have been expecting that.
Gotta be prepared.
Fuck you, dude. Hog tie them, chloroform them, slash both their Achilles tendons so they can never walk again. Hey man, I'm your friend. You know I'm your friend. You just gotta watch yourself, man.
Should have been prepared.
No, but it's like Zane said that the other day. I was talking to him over the thing. He's like, I gotta go to bed. Night nerd. Don't get sack tapped. And I was like, I thought about it all night, and I was like, that is such a fucking middle schooler thing to say.
No, you know what? You know what's a old person thing to say?
What?
Hey man, I got my pictures developed. You remember last time you heard that?
This is true.
The last time I remember hearing I got my pictures developed, it was like 10 years ago. Maybe even more than that.
Every time I see a little girl pick up an old Game Boy and try to swipe across the screen like it's an iPhone, I die a little inside. Like a little piece of me just goes into the never and like never comes back. All that is, ever was, will be ever.
I'm pissed. I might go to Yellowstone.
I know, you told me.
Well, the thing is, I just realized, if I do go, we'll be gone for the weekend, so I won't be back down here. So,
you brought up the thing about somebody replacing us if we're both out of commission. A lot of people, like a few people, came up to me and they were like, I say a lot. I use hyperbole like it's no one's business. No, they were like, oh, I saw you had to do the podcast alone this week. I'm like, yeah, well, it's because, my mom and shit. And they were like, you should have called me, fam. And I was like, I'll keep you in mind next time.
Should have called. Yeah, I have like Ben come on here or something.
I'll have somebody.
Yeah, like a fill-in.
Ooh, I might have Valo. That'd be funny.
Valo.
That Nibbo's probably got a few interesting things to say.
See, like I don't want to. The other thing is I might not go. It's not confirmed. Next Wednesday. And if anything,
Stone goes to Yellowstone, gone sexual. Real? It's gotta be a question.
If I do go, I could maybe drive down here on like a Wednesday night and we can record.
Dude, Wednesday night is giving me like no time to like. That one's gonna have to be like a 30-minute podcast.
30-minute. No, if it's 30 minutes, it's gonna be the most exciting, fast-paced.
We're gonna have like confetti guns that we're gonna fire off in here. No, we're not even, and we're just gonna play. Celebrate good times, come on.
No, the whole podcast is you're gonna stand in that side of the room. I'm gonna stand over here. We're just gonna
yell.
We're gonna take flare guns and just shoot them at each other.
Better Roman candles.
Yeah, then we're just gonna shoot them at each other. We're just gonna be like,
oh,
what the fuck?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh shit! The mic is peaking. This is not good.
That's gonna be the next podcast.
Fuck, man.
Is it all good?
Yeah, it's good. I should probably turn it down a little bit.
God damn it! Oh shit!
It's okay. That
it is the
coffee cup wasn't. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the audio too bad.
I think you'll be fine.
I hope it doesn't.
Well, so anyways, next Wednesday I'll let you know.
Oh, are you going next weekend?
See, here's the thing. Next Wednesday, the Diamondbacks are playing the wild card. If they win that game, I'm going.
You're going with Russell.
No, not the wild card game.
No, you're not going.
On Monday, we're going to a playoff game. If they make the playoffs, we're gonna go. But we're not going. That wild
Hold
card
your fingers
game,
crossed.
Dude, that wild card game sold out 2 hours after going on sale.
Well, that might be too quiet. I don't know. God damn it! This is such a fickle science.
We got technical.
I absolutely
issues.
Oh, I thought my. I'm sorry. I thought my mom was yelling something. She was yelling our dog Max's name, not my name. I thought she was yelling my name, like I did something wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry. Be quiet.
So she can.
Okay, so wild card game.
Well, if they win, I'm not going to Yellowstone. If they lose, I'm going to Yellowstone.
Please take a picture of the super volcano erupting for us.
Why?
So, like when it goes off, you're just like, well, this is fitting, and then you send a picture to the
group chat.
To the group chat and be like, well, it was nice knowing you guys. See in heaven and or hell, fam.
Yeah, because if I'm in Yellowstone, I'm gonna get it.
Oh no! If you're in Yellowstone, the moment that thing goes off, you not only are you like gone,
dead,
but any remnants of you is gone as well.
I'm not gonna get frozen in time, so I can at least like
no. Pyroclastic flow at like 3 billion degrees will wipe your ass off
As long
the
as
face
it's
of the
quick,
planet.
I don't really care.
Oh no, it will
dude.
be like instantaneous. It's like in Hiroshima when people like their shadows got burned into the walls and floors of buildings.
God, if Yellowstone goes off when I'm there.
It's not gonna go off.
No, I'm just saying, like, if it does, and I have like 10 seconds to live, what the hell am I gonna do? And
Send a picture to us. Just be like,
I won't
"Welp."
have any reception.
No. You'll post it and you'll be like, "Welp."
Well, no, I'll
That's all you send. That's all the text you send.
No, I'm gonna take a picture of it, send it to you guys, and just be like, really? Really? And then that's gonna be it. I'm gonna die.
Oh, I know. I think I know what I'm going to be doing for this episode of this background.
It's gonna be Yellowstone.
Oh, well, it's gonna be you taking a picture of Yellowstone, and then I'm gonna be doing something else. I kind of want to.
Erupting.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be doing something else.
You know, what'd be funny is if behind this, if you had like a picture of Yellowstone, it was like slowly like shaking, like it was about to erupt, and then the podcast is about to end, and it's about to erupt, and then it's over with. But no, you drawing a picture of me about to take a picture of Yellowstone, that'd be really funny. And then you'll be at your wedding.
No, seriously, those are the two funniest things to like send as like your final words to your friends. Well, or really.
It's like a guy's pointing a gun at me, really, and then die. Okay, now here's what.
Yeah.
We'll talk about synchronicity on this one.
Synchronicity.
So here's gonna be the background. It's gonna be a line right here. Boom. One side, I'm gonna be taking a picture of Yellowstone erupting. On this side, you'll be taking a picture of your wedding, and then boom, synchronicity. They're both connected, but they're not the same.
Ah, shit.
Bam. You just learned what synchronicity was.
Oh shit.
Carl Jung's
That's
theory.
actually a really good idea. Hey, I'm gonna do that. That's
you
actually a really good idea.
But you have to put like a black line in the middle that separates them.
Yeah, so the viewers know.
And when Yellowstone's erupting, you should draw an RV like where my uncle is.
Who should I get married to? In the picture. Should I get married to the female version of myself in the 4th podcast?
No, female version of me.
No, that's gay, bro.
Oh, that's gay, but
No,
if
hey.
you say you'd have sex with we're not talking about this again. If you want to listen to that, go back to episode 4.
Where we lay it on a thick with the. If you fucked a version, no, okay. I'm not saying would you. I'm saying if you did, would it be masturbation or incest?
It's gay. That's what
It's
it
gay.
is. It's a little gay, bro. We've already talked about that. If you could, you can even pull up a sound clip from episode 4. I'll be saying the same thing. It's a little gay.
They remember. They remember.
Yeah.
You made your point adamantly.
I'm gonna say, like, is there any newcomers on episode 9? What?
Oh, well, I mean, if you've never watched any of the other episodes, welcome. But please watch the other.
Yeah, you're gonna get
podcasts.
lost. You're on part 9. You gotta go start at episode 1 and work your way up here.
Yes.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What? Yeah, what the fuck, man? Excuse you. You never mentioned what team you were. Hat you were wearing.
We're doing Montreal Expos.
I actually really like that logo.
It's funny.
nice.
This team is they changed the name and relocated. They're the Washington Nationals. The Expos were a joke. They were awful. They had like 2 good years. You want to talk about people getting ripped off? The 1994 Montreal Expos got fucked. They got fucked. No, I cannot emphasize that. You know what happened in 1994? The Expos. This is the first year they were doing good. And guess what? Baseball players went on strike and the season ended. The 1 year.
What the fuck?
The
Why'd
second
they go on
year,
strike?
they weren't getting paid enough. That's why they went on strike.
You play ball for a living. Shut your whore mouth.
Yeah, and then the next year they didn't have any money because no one went to the game, so they're like, all right, well, we have to trade all our good players away.
There's like 3 people in the stands. They're all on 3rd deck.
Yeah, dude, baseball was not liked in the mid 90s. People came to the games just to boo the teammate or the players.
That's funny.
It's funny, but it's sad. And yeah, the 1994 Montreal Expos, they got fucked harder than a porn star in some videos.
I hate beer, but you know what sounds so good right now?
What?
Like an ice cold, just cold brew in a fucking plastic cup with a hot dog.
A hot dog.
Do you know how I don't know, just the bitterness of the beer. Now I can understand why fat old white men drink beer while eating
donut holes.
Donut holes.
Donut holes. Shout out to episode 1. 1.
I love snapping and peaking the audio.
All
like
right.
just barely.
This podcast is brought to you by.
It is time.
I think. I'm just seeing if this is a repeat or not.
Yeah, no problem. No worries.
Nope, we're good. In the End by Rush.
Cause in the end, oh, I love "In the End" by Slip in Park.
Actually, In the End is also an Anthrax song, but they're two different songs.
In the end, like, that's what I hate about song titles, cause there's so many like,
Oh, you know what?
short song titles, cause a lot of people like, you know how, what the fuck song did Queen write? Like they wrote they wrote some song and they named it something, and then Justin Bieber wrote like a song and called it the exact same thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and people were like, "Oh my God, Queen ripped off Justin Bieber all the way back in like the fucking 1980s."
Are you kidding me?
People are retarded.
Justin Bieber.
Remember when that prick was popular?
No, yeah, like 10 years ago.
Oh Jesus! I'm so glad. Like, it's so amazing to know that every like douchebags like that have their 15 seconds of fame, but then they just fade into obscurity and no one gives a shit about them after that.
Apparently, Justin Bieber covered Bohemian Rhapsody.
Did you know that Kanye West covered Bohemian Rhapsody like live and in concert? And it's like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Is it All
No,
That
seriously.
Matters? Is that the song?
I don't know.
Because I typed in Queen Justin Bieber song and All That Matters comes up. So.
I don't know. Is there a song called All That Matters by Queen?
Oh, maybe it's called Somebody to Love.
Maybe. I don't know, but
I'm definitely deleting this off of my search history.
it was just pathetic. It's like, how can people be so fucking stupid?
You know what pisses me off? I get what you're saying. There are some songs. Well, this is a little different. There are some words that's so common, like Black. There are 3 bands that have the song called Black, and there are 3 bands that have a song called Blood. So when I play drums, I write down what I play. Now when I play Black, I have to go Black by this band, or I played Blood by Pearl Jam. I don't know. I want people to put more
Effort.
thought. Yeah, no, a song name. Not like Mr. Bungle, where they go way too far.
But none of them knew they were robots.
Yeah, or Goodbye Sober Day, or Pink Cigarette, or...
Well, those ones aren't even that bad. It's like, the ones I really like are like the fucking paragraph long titles. One of my favorite song titles of all time is by Death Grips, and it's, "You may think he loves you for your money, but I know what he really loves you for. Semicolon. It's your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat." That's the full name of the song.
Wow, man.
Oh God, what smells so good? Oh my fucking God, that smells amazing.
You want to go check it out?
Oh, my mom fucking made food. She's a freaking wizard when she makes food. Yeah, I'll be right back. You can.
So we're back to
Kock segment part 2.
Kock segment 2. Well, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Sedona, and I live in Arizona. I've been in Sedona a lot, so I know what it's like. And just what the hell is wrong with people? Sedona is just there's some pretty cool looking places. It's nice outside, but come on, man, it's just red rocks. That's it. That's literally it. And the Teal McDonald's. I thought it was turquoise, but I guess it's teal. But it's just, holy crap! It's like a song that's overplayed. It's Sedona, and then you go there and you're like, yep, it's Sedona. Yeah, here we go. Honestly, Prescott is cooler than Sedona and Flagstaff. I was driving through Prescott, doing a couple service calls, and Prescott's amazing. I would actually rather live in Prescott than Flagstaff, because Prescott it's on mountains, so there's cool views. There's a lot of places around. There's Prescott, then there's Prescott Valley, so I'd be totally okay with living in Prescott. Oh, he's got food. What is that?
Kiftele.
Keith what?
Kiftele.
Mia Khalifa? What?
Fuck Mia Khalifa. Every time I see Mia Khalifa, I think of Ray William Johnson and how unfunny he is.
Well, he was funny at a time.
But he was funny back in middle school, and I'm glad he introduced me to Critical, but that's like all he did for me.
Ray William Johnson, or Equals 3, was funny when it was just him. Then and then he added like a team of writers, and it went downhill after that.
No, what were we talking about during? Well, I'm gonna listen to the fucking Cock segment later. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
There's 2 Cock segments.
But a twofer.
Oh
wait, who would win, Korn or Kock with 2 segments?
Comment below.
All right, but kifele. They're like this. Like you take like ground turkey, and you mix it with like egg.
Why aren't you eating
flour? Because I don't want to eat. Go.
You're not gonna get that close to the microphone.
I don't want there to be a fucking.
I
don't want this to be an ASMR video.
I don't think a microphone will pick up every single bite. I don't think you chewing would overpower my talking voice.
Fine.
Well, it's also like, man, my mom's cooking is so good. I'm gonna wait 40 minutes before I eat it.
It's pretty fucking delicious. We have more if you want to try one later, by the way.
Oh my god, I had Tokyo Express before I came over here. I don't know why. It's good, man. I had 2 salads, a couple of California rolls. Well, 2 orders of California rolls.
Wow, really changing it up, huh?
And Pepsi, and it was good. But hey, I've been busy today. I was drumming for like 4 hours straight.
Oh shit.
I mean, you know, Saturday's a drum day, man. That's why I take it to learn the song and then film it. I did 2 songs today. Because
you filmed 2 songs?
Yeah, well, one is Dream Theater, the other one's really simple. Because if I go to Yellowstone, I have to get that video ready to go just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God it was easy. So there's that. And then, that was pretty much my day today.
Nice.
What'd you do today?
I went on another one of my walks. I've taken it up either every day or every other day. I just, get dressed and I take a walk around the neighborhood.
Good. I need to ride a bike again.
When it gets a bit cooler, I'm going to start riding my bike, but for right now, it's like the perfect temperature for walking. And I go out for 2 hours. That's why I was like, earlier yesterday when you were like, I'm coming over at 7. And then I went, wait, can you come over earlier? And then I thought about it and I was like, wait, if I leave for my walk at 5 and come back at 7, that's going to be fucking perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to that point of where September, October, that's when the weather starts to go down. It gets a little nice. And then October to November, that's when it starts to get a little cold. And then from like the beginning of December to like beginning of February, it's like kind of need a jacket. But then again, winter in Arizona or Phoenix is nothing to like Colorado. In Phoenix it's like, oh my god, it's 65 degrees out, I'm gonna freeze to death. And people in Colorado, it's like, hey, it's 7 degrees outside, it's kind of warm outside. Or New York, where the high is 38 degrees every day.
There's this guy in one of the Mega Man chat rooms I'm in.
Yeah.
Named Mint. I'm not.
Just Mint.
Yeah, his name's Mint.
Just the word Mint.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Mint.
Yeah, and he watches the podcast too.
Big shout out to Mint.
At least I think he does. Well, I mean,
maybe big shout out to Mint.
Hey, if you're watching this, you're fucking awesome. But I remember he was complaining about the weather from. I think he lives in. I don't know where, and I don't want to sound ignorant, but I think like somewhere in South America, maybe.
I don't know what the weather's like down there.
But I don't know where he lives. I can't make assumptions. Only thing I can assume is that he's never been to Arizona, because he was like, oh, it's so hot down here. And I was like, how hot is it? And he was like, oh, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. It's boiling. And I was like, dude, boy. No, all I could think of was, it's like for 3 months, it's been like 102 degrees as like the low.
Yeah, at night.
And dude, I would kill for 73 degree weather here all the time.
Well, I mean, wherever the humidity, so like Houston or Houston's got it way worse than Phoenix. Phoenix is just dry heat. Every once in a while, when it rains, we'll get a little humidity, and people. Whoa, did you hear that voice crack? We'll get a little humidity, and people are like, "What is it? What do we do?" It's like it's just you sit in front of a fan, fam. You're all right.
Well, I mean, I guess it also has to do with like people are used to their climates and like anything outside of that,
Yeah. What I don't like is when people are like, "Oh, the weather in Phoenix is great," and then that same person disappears for the summer. You know why? Because they go back to the East Coast. And then they come back in October and they're like, "Oh, it's so nice." Shut the fuck up. You don't live in Phoenix year-round like we do.
You don't get to say a place has nice weather
If you don't live there
if you
full
don't
time.
live there.
You need to live there at least a year before you can say it. I've lived in Phoenix my entire life. I lived in California for a year or two when I was 6 or 7. Okay, so like the 21 years that I've been around, I've lived in Phoenix for at least 19 and a half of them. Maybe 20, I don't know.
Respectable.
So I can say the weather in Phoenix is not nice. The weather in Phoenix, we get about 2 weeks a year of nice weather. You want nice weather, go up north. There's at least snow up there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get snow in Phoenix. Well, it has snowed in Phoenix, but... In fact, it snowed on a New Year's Day a few years back. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
It actually snowed. It was recently, I think. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. But a couple times on New Year's, it's actually snowed that I saw with my own eyes.
Shit.
You want to hear a funny story? Back when my mom was in high school, it was snowing.
Mm-hmm.
And in one of her classes, I think she was in like chemistry, halfway through the class, one of the teachers walked in with a snowball and pelted the other teacher.
Oh, that was pretty.
And then he ran away. Then the teacher was like, and then ran out of the class to hit the other teacher with a snowball. So the class was like, "I guess we're done."
That's fucking awesome.
So they went outside and they just
dicked around this.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, it's snowing," and they made snowballs.
That's fucking awesome.
In Phoenix too, but that was way back in the 80s.
That's fucking sweet.
Sweet.
I don't know.
When was the last time you've been in snow?
When was the last time I've been in snow?
Yeah.
When I went up to Flagstaff like 6 years ago to go snowboarding with my dad. That was fun.
I don't remember the last time I've seen snow. It's been a long time.
Well, I mean, seen or been in snow? Because I see snow on the mountaintops during,
No, that doesn't count. Everyone
All right,
sees
then.
snow from the mountaintop. I mean, you can even be in a car or in a house and you see snow coming down. That's fine. But no, you see snow on a mountaintop, that doesn't count.
Okay. So then, yeah, last time I saw snow was then.
So you snowboard?
I tried it once, and I was alright at it. I mean...
I like skiing more. I've never snowboarded, but it doesn't... I don't know. It freaks me out. I think skiing... it looks like it feels like I have more control over skiing than snowboarding, but...
For me, it's the complete opposite, honestly.
No, I never tried snowboard, so I can't really say. It's just more of like a look and feel thing, if anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know who is a good actor? Jack Nicholson.
I believe you.
You ever seen
No.
a Jack Nicholson movie?
I've seen Anger Management.
Yeah, he's alright in that one. That's old Jack Nicholson. You ever seen The Shining?
No.
That's a good one. Oh, he's got a couple of really good lines in that movie. In fact, I think I'm going to be Jack Torrance for Halloween this year.
Really? We're not doing the James Lars duo?
Well, I just realized Halloween's on a Tuesday. So I'll be up north. I'll probably go trick-or-treating with my cousins.
Severely triggered.
So
No one's gonna be down here for fucking Halloween. This is gonna suck.
What have you guys been up to? Since I've been up there.
Nothing!
Nothing.
Zane's still up in NAU.
He's gonna be up there for another year.
He's gonna come down for like one night for Ben's birthday, maybe, but that's like a huge maybe. Ben's too busy working, school. He's too busy living his life and actually being productive. Russell sometimes comes over, but that's like maybe like twice a week on a good week.
On a good week, yeah.
And then
jeez.
That's it. Those are the only two people I hang out with. Mayor's AWOL. I don't talk to Aaron.
Michael.
Dude, trying to get a hold of Michael is like trying to fucking get a TV signal on Mars with all the planets aligned on the 32nd day of February. On
32nd day of February.
Yeah, on a blue moon back in 1945. It's never gonna happen. It's just that impossible.
So you said you like this hat? Or this logo?
Yeah, I like the logo.
That's pretty cool.
I'm very one for like, I don't really care about the team itself. I'm just like, it's a nice logo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because this team was like a joke for the longest time. I mean, they've had good players, but you know, as a whole, like I said, 1994, they got fucked hard, dude. Imagine a porn video
Blacked.
This is like,
there you go.
Ebony, times 10.
You can't say that.
What's wrong with Ebony?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. I don't fucking care. I'm gonna go back for seconds though. That shit was delicious.
Are we gonna have episode or cock segment 3?
It's a lot of editing I have to do for this episode. Well, it's mostly just putting up fucking stupid pictures, but whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the most work you're gonna have to do is the...
Most work I'm gonna have to do is the drawing for the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, other than that, you just have to do the pig viewership mail. And that's pretty much it.
Alright. I think we should wrap it up, though.
Alright, well... Yeah, this is like a minute, 2 minutes slow, so yeah, so...
Yeah, make it, not too meaty, but still pretty meaty.
Well, are we gonna do a recap? Or is it recap or rewind?
It's the Korn and Kock rewind. It's like YouTube rewind.
Rewind. Cue the segment of The Ends by Primus. Now. Just kidding. I don't want that song.
I mean, I still don't have, like... what are we gonna do for the Korn and Kock rewind? What song and what...
The scheme.
The scheme, and then what clip are we gonna play?
Oh,
you know what we should totally do? We should totally have a footage, like black and white footage of two trains colliding into each other with our faces on them, and just Korn and Kock rewind.
I was thinking of like a clip from The Shining where Jack Nicholson's hitting the
and
door.
I'm the
Oh, yeah,
I'm the woman, and you're like, here's Kock.
You're Shelley Duvall. I'm Jack Nicholson. Yeah, with The Scheme by Primus playing in the background.
All right, I'm gonna make that. That's gonna be the segment. We're gonna do Korn and Kock rewind right now. Here's Kock. That was cool. That was a really cool little transition I made.
That was awesome.
All right, so
okay, yeah, let me get the thing out. So we got
do it now.
What is this? Episode 9.
Episode 9.
We got Montreal Expos. Big shout out to them. I've always liked that name and team and everything, but whatever, they're gone. Talk about weddings. That was about a good 10 minutes.
We'll find love one day.
We will. Not on the podcast, but
not on the yeah, because we're just sitting.
We're just sitting here. We're not on Tinder. We're not on Whisper. Don't do that to me.
I just I lost all emotion in my face and I winked at Stone.
That reminds me of one time I played a baseball game, and he already knows what I'm gonna say. I invited Alex if he wanted to come out.
Oh my fucking god!
And he was really.
Oh my god!
This could be like a little mini story, but he came out. He actually drove me out there, which was really nice of him. I gave him some gas money. So
he let me drink out of his Coke when we went to Burger King afterwards, which was nice. Because I ran out of water to drink.
I think I ran out of water too. But so I'm going there, and this is like, was it? Yeah, it was an afternoon game. So the sun was way up there.
We got there at like 11, but the game like stopped at like 4.
Yeah, the umpires were late, so we were just kind of standing around like, what's happening, man? So we're playing. I'm out there. I'm having fun, even though we're losing. And I look over and he's, talking. Oh no, he's just sitting there. And then my dad shows up. Then my dad shows up, and I look over and I see the two of them talking, hanging out under a tree for shade. And I'm like, boy, I wonder what that conversation's like.
We're just talking about
the weather,
basically, and how shitty it was to be outside, because it was like 107, no humidity, but it was still pretty bad.
Oh, it was really
like
hot.
no water. Plus, like, the sun was shining and I didn't have any sunscreen, so at the end of the day, I looked like a fucking tomato.
Yeah, then every once in a while when I had a break, I'd come over.
And you'd be like, how you doing? And I'm like, I want to die.
And I'm like, all right. Like, every time I come over, he'd just be lying on the grass, like...
There was nowhere to sit. And my back hurt.
And then, so
Believe
that was...
me, I'm sorry I keep interrupting, but I wanted to say, like, I had no problem being there for my friend during his baseball game. But I disagree vehemently with the time of day it took place and the time of the year it took place.
Yeah.
It's fucking torture.
And I can agree with that too, because if I had my way, I would say, hey guys, why don't we start at 6 and pay a little extra money to turn the lights on so it'll be a little bit cooler outside. So instead of playing in 100-degree weather, we can play in like 85.
But no, like 90. Like even 90 would be better.
Well, yeah, but dude, I'm in a uniform. I'm running around, so it's gonna feel like 100 to me. So, anyways, that was pretty much it. And then, you know, we came back, and then like a week or two later, I don't know how the fuck this came up, but for some reason, Korn like looks at me, makes a joke. He looks at me, he goes, and correct me because I might be saying this wrong, but he said something like, "What if your dad?" Like, Korn is saying this to me. He's like, what if your dad looked at me when I went to your game, and he's like, and he looked at me in the eyes, and he said, have you ever felt feelings for another man before?
You ever had feelings for another man before? like romantic feelings?
Yeah,
and then he just drops it. I'm like, no. And he's like, oh, all right. And then just never brings it up again.
And I looked at Korn, and I was like, he didn't say that. And then he's like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, thanks, man. I really appreciate the joke. But then you know a couple more times, and then I was like, it's a little funny because if I ever found myself hanging out with Korn's dad and then his dad said it to me, I would be like,
if my dad said that, I'd be a little disappointed with him. I'd be not gonna lie.
You'd be like, Alfred, why?
This is not like you, and slap him on the wrist with a ruler.
So after that, yeah, we got Montreal Expos, we got the wedding talk,
Wedding Crashers, yes,
and we talked about the Orion cover and the Cosmic Gem. I'm working on Black Rain. You have to give me a couple weeks, but it's coming.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to make a noise and also remove phlegm from my throat.
You all good?
The result was... I'm good. But the result was not very good.
Well, then we did the Primus, the Desaturating 7 review.
Kock gives it a solid 2.5 golden bananas out of 5.
Golden bananas. Yeah, you gotta remind me of that. And then I put a little thing. I put Sedona talk with a question mark. Because...
Yeah. Because Sedona is bullshit.
It is. I gotta take you guys to Sedona. You won't believe the kind of bullshit you see on there.
No. Believe me, I've been to Sedona a few times. It's just like... But when you get to like the little tourist shops, all of them are just like psychic readings, stupid gem shops,
tour jeeps.
Like, yeah, that too. And like there's like one Johnny Rockets there, and it's like
there is
4 times more expensive than like a regular one because it's in a tourist spot.
Ugh, yeah, Sedona. Like, what the
Sedona,
hell?
one of the popular locations to visit in Arizona.
This
No,
summer,
you
Rob
want
Schneider's in Sedona.
you want a fucking legit Arizona experience? Go down Mill Avenue in downtown Tempe at night and yell like racial obscenities. Just you want a real experience. That's where it's at.
Yeah, if you want like a religious fun experience, go to the 7th Street and Hatcher, Sunny Slope, Arizona.
Sunny Slope, Arizona. Yell as many bad things about black people as you can. Believe me, you'll get your cardio.
Dude, you don't even have to go at night. You can go at any time of the day.
And even if you have a car, like, they're going to find a way to...
Dude, remember when we drove through Sunny Slope?
Oh, and there was, like, this guy doing this aerobic yoga routine out, like, in front of this, like, auto parts garage.
Yeah, and this black woman is, like, got her and her friends doing, like, this workout on, like, a brick wall. And I look, and I'm like, hey, Alex, see, there's...
look,
good
there's
old
people... Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, there's good old Sunny Slope in action there for you.
Doing Pilates in the middle of the day.
And then this podcast is brought to you by In the End by Rush.
'Cause in the end, Geddy Lee is still a witch.
He's inducting Tenacious D in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know,
I still think that's hilarious.
You know Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson actually inducted Yes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
You proud of yourself?
Woo! Comedy Wizard!
Yeah,
we haven't done that
Wizard.
since the second episode. Comedy Wizard, put it up.
Way to go, way to go. Bring it
I'm
on.
a comedy wizard.
All right, well, that's pretty much that's the rewind.
Korn and Kock rewind. It's over.
And what's the episode or the intro segment going to be for this again?
It's gonna be
It's going to be the scheme.
It's gonna be the scheme while Jack Nicholson is using the fucking hatchet to break open the door in The Shining.
And I'm going to be Jack Nicholson. You're gonna
Yeah,
be...
and like I'm gonna have to like Photoshop your face so it's like here's Kock.
And then,
I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'll find a way.
I don't know. Even just talking about it, but because just imagine, because you've seen that scene before, right? When he's cutting down the door with the axe.
Yeah.
Just imagine that with The Scheme by Primus playing in the background. That's good. That'd be really funny to see. Okay, so there's that.
What story are we telling?
Well, whose turn is it?
Fuck. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could like go to the end of the podcast.
Well, I can tell my Sedona story. Well,
didn't you already tell your Sedona story?
it was when I think I've told it to you, but not on the podcast. It was when I was invited to hang out or go to Slide Rock, which is like a little 10 minutes past Sedona. To go to Slide Rock with a female friend of mine and her 2 male friends.
Oh, you did tell me this, didn't you? No, keep going. But
Let me give you a little piece of advice, all the males out there. If you have a female friend and she invites you to go on a day trip, and she's inviting her 2 friends that you've never met before, don't do it.
Just never.
Don't do it.
It's not worth it.
Don't think about it. Don't do it to be nice. Don't fucking do it. It was miserable. And I didn't even drive. I drove over to her house, 7 a.m. She opens the door.
7 a.m. morning.
She opens the door. I kind of had a little crush on her. So she opens the door. She's got her bathing suit on, but in like a white shirt. So you can totally see through it. And I looked at the door, or she opened the door and I looked at her and I thought to myself, wow, I got friend zoned in about less than 2.5 seconds. That's got to be a new record. And then her 2 college friends show up. Do you know how lame it is to just be her and those 2 college friends hanging out talking about schoolwork and assignments and professors, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, hey.
Wish I could contribute.
Yeah, I wish I was at home sleeping. I totally should have bailed. So I didn't have my phone charger. I couldn't get on my phone.
Oh my god.
So I don't know how I did it. The drive up there, I got on my phone maybe once to turn it off. And I just sat there and listened to them talk about nothing. And then we drive through Sedona. We get up to Slide Rock, and you had to like pay to get in, which is stupid. It's literally like a river. Well, not like a river. So we get down there, and these 3 are right next to each other. They're like practically holding hands, skipping through like Wizard of Oz. And I'm just standing in the back following them. So we find this little rock hut thing, and she's like, I'm getting in the water. She takes off her shirt, gets in. She has a bikini on and everything, but she just gets in, and I'm just like, oh my fuck. And she actually went out she's still going out with one of those guys. And then she just disappears down the river. So now I'm stuck with these 2 guys I've never even met before. And guess what they're talking about? They're talking about school. And they're teachers and everything. I wanted to be like, yo, I'm right here, guys. Really? Am I invisible? So they're like, hey, let's go up north on this river thing. So I jump in, and one of my flip-flops breaks.
Oh, shit.
But my other one was fine.
That always happens to me.
So I had to reach down and pull this sandal up, and I'm like, wow, it didn't even die an honorable death. So now I'm hiking. I got my boxers on, no shirt, no hat. So I look like an idiot. So I'm walking through, holding a sandal, and these rocks are slippery.
Ooh.
But one foot is fine, one is not fine. And I look over and I see this long stick, so I grab it, and it looked like a Gandalf stick.
Uh-huh.
So I'm holding the Gandalf stick in one hand, I'm holding my flip-flop in the other, and I'm like trudging my way through. And these guys have like shoes built for this. So they're practically running up the river talking about, hey man, what do you think about this place? I
don't know, my fucking professor tongued my butthole on Tuesday.
Practically, and they're just running up the river, and I'm kind of just like, alright, bye. I guess this'll be
I guess this is where I die.
Well, it's fun because you're walking through, and then you look up and you're in someone's backyard. So you're never separated. And the parking lot is like 50 feet up this little hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm walking through and I'm just not feeling it. And I'm like, I'm by myself. So I'm like, I gotta go back. And I look up this steep hill and it's just dirt. I have one flip-flop on and one holding it. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm walking over. I'm trying to climb up this thing with my stick and the flip-flop. I'm like climbing up. And I finally get up to the top and I look back down and I'm like, fuck that. And I'm walking through the little forest thing. And I come through this little batch of trees like this. Mm-hmm. So I push through and I come over and the sun's right in my face. And I'm like blocking my face. I'm like this. And then I realize, I'm like, I'm in a parking lot. I'm in my boxers. I have a stick in one hand. I have my flip-flop in the other. I'm in boxers.
What a sight.
I have no shirt on, no hat. All my hair is in my face. So I'm like this. I'm like, if people look at me, they might think I'm actually insane. So I kind of like go like this and I look over and some people are looking at me and I'm like, shit. So I walk over, I hobble, and keep in mind, I'm hobbling like this because the water's freezing and I got 1 foot on the ground. Mm-hmm. So I walk over to the car and I'm like, maybe the car will be unlocked. Nope, it's not. So I retrace my steps and I go back to the rock hut where they were at, and they're all 3 just chilling there, and I had to like walk up practically right next to them and kind of tap them. They're like, oh hey, where'd you go? And I'm like, this is up there. Guys kind of went off without me. They're just like, oh sorry, we thought you were right behind us. And I was like,
yeah, and you sat there and talked for I don't know how long and didn't notice I was right there. Didn't notice I wasn't right there.
And then she came back, and then so here's the like the water, here's a rock, and then there's another rock on top. I went to the very top of the rock and just laid there. Because what the fuck? They're still talking about school and their professors and shit. How the hell am I going to contribute to that? Plus, I could look down at the rock and check her out bathing, and oh my god, it was nice. And they weren't even paying attention. They were like on the other side of the rock, so they couldn't even see that I was checking her out. And again, they were too busy talking about school and stuff. And I just looked down and I was like, that's nice. And I laid back and I put my hat over my face and I thought to myself, there's a very good chance if I fell asleep, they'd just leave without me. Which would be fine, but
fucking assholes.
And I thought, that'd be fine, but my phone's in the car, my wallet and everything, and it's at least a good 5-hour walk to my uncle's house from here. Unless I could get a call in Sedona. So we go back to the car and now we're driving, and then she's like, you guys want to go get something to eat in Sedona? And I was like, fucking not really. And the other guy's like, yeah, let's go. And I'm like, great. So we pull up and we go into this little hippy dippy lodge that's been in operation since like 1889. And I want to be like, someone's grandma made that last year. This place opened 2 years ago. Fuck you.
It's true.
And they have like, I like how they have pictures of like these old,
like old timey, all like the oldest visitors and pioneers of this area. It's shut up.
It's a picture of the lodge in like the early 1900s, and you're like, bullshit. That's a place in New York from 1970 in the desert, whatever.
The desert in New York?
I'm sure if you go somewhere in desert, they're in desert. I'm really fucking tired.
Just continue with the story.
So basically, well then I just sat. So now I have to sit next to this guy I've never met before. Or no, I think I sat next to her. Yeah, I think I sat next to her, and the 2 other guys were on the other side of the table. So that made it a little bit tolerable. And then just, God, dude, it's like how I don't know what to joke about. I don't know what these guys are into. Mm-hmm. So, I remember I went to the bathroom to wash my hands, and I looked in the mirror, and I thought to myself, this is fucking bullshit. I could have been at my house jerking off. I could have slept in, but no, I had to do this. So we came back, ate, food was awful, paid like $50 for it because we were in the oldest lodge in Arizona. And then we drove back, and guess what? We hit traffic. And I mean dead traffic. And guess what? Then I got sick on the way back.
Ooh.
And not just that, we were not moving. There was a time or a point where I had to go to the bathroom. So me and another guy just jumped out, walked down the road 20 feet, went behind a bush, pissed, walked back to the car. And
well, how else are you going to do?
And she drove a minivan, kind of like mine. And I was like, fuck this. So I went back and I just laid down on the ground, and I had my eye. This is when I was like, fuck everything. I pulled my phone out and I went on YouTube, and at work, you know what I watched and listened to?
What?
System of a Down at Big Day Out 2002.
I'm pissed.
And it worked. Every now and then it'd freeze, but then it'd play. So like they'd open with aerials and they go to bounce and then needles and mind and chop suey. And I remember I was laying down and I actually felt at peace. And then while we were leaving, they played a song. It was a cover of Painted Black by the Rolling Stones by some pop artist, and I actually liked it. That was the only good thing that came out of that trip. I heard a cover of a song that I like. That's it. And then I got back to her house, and she's like, "Hey, my parents are making dinner. Do you want to stay?" And I wanted to look at her and just be like, after the bullshit day I went through, I don't even want to do anything for a week. But I couldn't say that. I looked at her and I was like, "No, thank you. I'm gonna go home. I got stuff to do." And she's like, "Okay." And I got in the car and I was like, "Motherfucker, fuck this day." But then I was like, what was that song they were listening to? So I looked it up and found it. And yeah, that was one of the most bullshit experiences I've ever had.
That was it?
That was it. But it doesn't sound as bad, but while I was going through it, it felt like an eternity.
I can imagine.
Because I didn't even have my own car. I didn't have my music. I didn't have my iPod. I couldn't charge my phone. I had nothing.
Wait, what about that one time where you were with like some girl and two of her guy friends and you were in like a hotel room? Was that the time you went to California?
I think that was when I went to California.
Oh. But I mixed up the stories because they have the exact same amount of people and the exact same breakdown guy to girl.
The ratio of male to female. Yeah, that one was better because that was at least funny.
All right,
and I had my own car.
You should tell that story next time.
I'll do that one later. That I might have to leave a couple parts out of that story or use fake names for that. But it is a good story. All right, well, there's the end of that story.
Ooh! I think we've all been in bullshit scenarios like that, but you know what's not bullshit? This podcast, which is now over. Thank you for watching.
It's been fun, man.
This podcast was good.
It's good. It's one of my favorites.
It's good. It's pretty good.
What was your favorite part?
What was my favorite part? The part where the Bolsheviks tried to disassemble the bourgeois. See, I try to sound intelligent, but then I just say a bunch of fucking buzzwords. And
my favorite part was
Okay. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode of Korn and Kock. Next time, episode 10, game night.
Game night.
Are you freaking ready? Are you freaking?
Fuck.
Wait, that was a terrible fist bump. That was better.
That was good.
Are you freaking ready for game night? Are you fucking ready for game night? Because I sure as fuck am. I'm sorry, that was a Tenacious D quote, and
oh damn, we gotta have to talk about game night.
All right, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'll see you later. I'm gay.